Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game. That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though. Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll let let their fullback try and push the pile. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that's good for a Jet first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's got room. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. His 9th score on the ground this year and 13th overall. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time?
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
In motion right is Wilson. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll give to Hall. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Uncorks one for Davis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Wilson on first down. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run again with Harris.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills are forced to settle for 3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First down, Jets.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo.
Ready.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And it's taken in at the 9. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Harris running straight ahead. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Now Allen, got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Hall again on second down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. Pass caught. Hits Davis on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Straight ahead is Hall. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Set.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will to extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Play as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.